Rattler fans, welcome to Talking Rattlers, the podcast. One more night, live from Amarillo, Texas. We are joined by head coach of the women's basketball team and one of the nicest guys around, the one, the only, Coach Jason Martens. Coach, thank you so much for joining us.
No, my pleasure, guys.
Now, Coach, tonight your team fell to the number one team in the region, West Texas A&M. Brian, you got the score, you got the sheet with you?
West Texas A&M, 79, St. Mary's, 66.
Coach, tell us about the game your girls played. It was a valiant effort. It was a gutsy effort. They left it all on the floor.
No, I mean, I thought our girls played extremely hard. I mean, I told them after the game I couldn't fault their effort. I mean, we just came up a little bit short. I mean, we played as hard as we could. I thought we executed the game plan the way we really wanted to. It's just, we fell a few points short to a really good team.
Now, Coach, you've mentioned how special this team has been to you all season long. Just tell us about what makes this team so special.
Now at the end of the season when you reflect, the one thing that makes it special is, they did get me my, for a personal note, my first NCAA tournament win. I mean, that's something that I'll always remember, how they were able to dig deep and get that done. And, throughout the season, they're a great group to be around. I mean, their personalities, the way they got along with each other. I mean, it's just these road trips, they're always fun. You never know what you're going to get out of them. They're an entertaining group of young ladies.
Now, speaking of a special group inside your team, your seniors, you had four of them. Kat Galinda, who didn't make the trip, Leah Kiowa, Gutsy, you want to talk about Gutsy, and of course the anchors Bell and Woods. Talk about how special that group was to you.
Now, four seniors that have been outstanding for us. I mean, all had their different roles on the team. And Jackie, obviously, just being the star player that she's been for the last 3 years. I mean, 3-time first team all conference player. She's definitely gonna be somebody to replace, tough to replace. Leah probably has just the gutsiest player I probably had in a long time. The amount of pain that she's played in, not only this weekend but last year at the end of the year, she had knee issues, she had surgery in the postseason. I mean, she just has a high threshold of pain, and her love for the game, her willingness to sacrifice her body has just been just tremendous. And then you got the two 4-year seniors, Catherine and Bria. They did 4 years. They fought hard. They worked hard every day. There's something to be said about our 4-year seniors and what they do with your program, and they'll definitely be missed.
Now, I know it's a quick turnaround, but looking forward to next season, what do you expect coming from your returning players?
I mean, we got a great core coming back. I mean, we start 4, or we return 4, starters from an NCAA tournament appearance. I mean, NCAA, round 2 appearance, with led by, the 2 seniors to be, Kyra Littlejohn and, Morgan. I mean, Morgan, 3-time second-team all-conference player. I mean, outstanding player. Has the ability to be the best player in the conference next year, maybe even the best player in the region. And we're going to really work on her this spring to get better. Kyra, started off and on this year and last year. I mean, great experience there. And then, you look at what Des did, this past couple weeks. She has that ability as well now as a junior to step up and be there. And then I think everyone's going to be really excited about what Kiara has to offer us. She's a tremendous young talent as a freshman. Already has a number of school records, and I think her best days are ahead of her.
That's going to be a big 3 to be reckoned with, Desi, Mo, and Kiara. Well, Coach Martens, thank you so much. Before we let you go, I got to tell you from a personal note, and I can speak for my colleague Brian Magloyoan and for Robin Johnson, who's producing us, what an honor it was for us to be on this trip with you guys, to cover you guys. Personally, in the 4 years, I haven't been as entertained and enthralled by a gutsier team, by a more fun team, by a more charismatic team, and by a great coach as yourself. Coach, thank you so much for allowing us so much access to you and your team throughout this trip. It was a pleasure. What a ride. What an unforgettable season for your Lady Rattlers. Second time in program history. First time for Coach Jason Martens advancing in the NCAA tournament.
Well, David, thank you. I mean, thanks to both of you guys for traveling with us. It's one of those probably first ever all-access pass, as they like to say it. I mean, you guys had access to practices, shoot-arounds, team meals, bus trips. You know, you guys see what it's like to get on the bus and ride 10 hours. It's not necessarily always the most enjoyable thing sitting on a bus, cramped on a bus, but you know, it's good to get that out to everybody, let everybody else see what we experience, and it's good. Hopefully, you know, the fans back home got a chance to see firsthand what being a Lady Rattler is all about. And, you know, it's been my pleasure, David. I know this is the last.
I'm finally out of your hair, Coach. Officially, I am out of your hair.
Finally, I thought we said our last goodbye a while ago.
Yeah.
But once again, we're done. The season's over. But, you know, who knows? You know, maybe you guest appearance baseball. I mean,
I'll be in the crowd with my baseball hat on.
But you no more broadcasts?
Never say never.
No more podcasts?
Never say never.
All right, well, we'll get you back. But I guess the torch just passed over here, so we'll kiss David goodbye here. We'll Brian here, going to take over the voice of the Rattlers, I guess.
Indeed, it's in good hands.
I don't know if you are or not, but hopefully you are, because it's been a pleasure.
Thanks,
with you
Coach
too,
Martens, for the recommendation. Truly an honor, and I can't wait to cover you guys next season. If this year's any indication, I mean, next year should be just as exciting.
Well, appreciate you guys. Thanks for everything.
That was Coach Jason Martens, one of the best coaches and even better people, not only at Rattler Athletics, not only the Heartland Conference, but in the country, at least in my book and many other books for sure. Rattler fans, stay with us. We'll have more of the Talking Rattler podcast from Canyon, Texas.